Listen up. 99% of you have no idea what real love actually is. You've been lied to your whole life. If you don't understand this hidden law, you'll keep losing at love, at life, at everything. But today, that changes. Love isn't soft, it isn't weak, it's a force. More brutal, more real, and more powerful than you ever imagined. Forget fairy tales. If you want real love, the kind that transforms your life, you need to learn the hidden law that the winners of this world already know. Ready to wake up? Let's go. You think love is about feeling good? Wrong. That's the first lie you've been fed since you were a kid. Love isn't about butterflies, rainbows, or some fleeting emotion that comes and goes when it's convenient. Love is about taking responsibility for yourself, for the people you claim to care about, and for the future you're building. It's not soft, it's not easy, it's not romantic fluff. Real love demands action. It demands that you step up and own your life, your decisions, and your obligations without making excuses and without waiting to feel like it. Winners in life don't sit around waiting for some emotional high to tell them when to care. They show up. They do the hard things. They deliver when it counts, because that's what love really is. It's commitment. It's sacrifice. It's power in motion. You want to know why most people fail at relationships, at business, at life? It's because they think love is about feeling happy, and the minute it stops feeling good, they quit. They give up, they bail. And they wonder why their lives are stuck in a loop of mediocrity and disappointment. Love isn't a feeling, it's a choice you make every single day. It's a responsibility you shoulder even when it's heavy, even when it's brutal, even when everything inside you wants to quit. Winners know that. They don't operate based on moods. They operate based on missions. They stay when others leave. They fight when others fold. They build when others break. If you're serious about becoming someone who loves at the highest level, someone whose love transforms lives, families, businesses, even the world, you've got to bury the childish fantasy that love is just about feeling good. You got to embrace the truth that love is discipline. It's doing what needs to be done even when you're tired, even when you're scared, even when nobody claps for you. It's staying loyal to your highest values when nobody's watching. It's building trust through action, not just empty words. Love doesn't coddle weakness, it calls out greatness. Love doesn't protect you from hardship, it demands that you grow through it. You want a life worth living? Then stop chasing feelings and start carrying responsibility. Step into the shoes of a real leader, a real partner, a real creator. Understand that the greatest expressions of love are invisible to the crowd, the late nights, the early mornings, the hard conversations, the sacrifices nobody applauds. That's the real battlefield where love is proven, where strength is forged, where empires are built. The truth is harsh, but it will set you free. Love isn't an emotion you feel, it's a responsibility you take. Winners know this. Winners live this. And if you want to stop being another face in the sea of average, then you need to start living it too. No more waiting, no more excuses. Act in love, with commitment, with courage, with relentless power. That's how you win. Stop sugarcoating. Stop lying to yourself and others. Love demands brutal honesty, not the kind that feels good, not the kind that makes everyone smile and nod, but the kind that cuts through the bullshit and forces real growth. If you think you're doing someone a favor by sparing their feelings, you're not loving them, you're crippling them. You're making them weak. You're making yourself weak. Love, real love, is the courage to tell the truth even when it hurts, even when it risks rejection, even when it means you might not be liked. Every time you bite your tongue to avoid discomfort, every time you let someone slip deeper into mediocrity without calling them out, you're not protecting them, you're betraying them. And you're betraying yourself. Winners understand this. Winners know that building anything real, whether it's a relationship, a family, a business, or a life, demands a foundation made of unbreakable truth. Lies rock the structure from the inside. Lies create cracks that you can't always see right away, but eventually they destroy everything. When you truly love someone, you tell them the truth because you want them to rise, not because you want them to feel good. You don't sugarcoat reality to make yourself more comfortable. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. You look them dead in the eye and say, "You're better than this. You're stronger than this. Wake the hell up." That's love. That's leadership. That's how you build something that doesn't collapse at the first sign of a storm. You've got to start with yourself. Brutal honesty begins in the mirror. Stop telling yourself you're doing your best when you're half-assing your dreams. Stop pretending you're being patient when you're just afraid to move. Stop calling it self-care when it's really just self-sabotage. Winners tear down their own illusions first, brick by brick, because you can't lead anyone else out of their bullshit if you're drowning in your own. The people who truly love you aren't the ones who flatter you. They aren't the ones who tolerate your excuses. They are the ones who call you out, who demand better from you, who push you to the edge and then dare you to jump higher. And if you love them back, you'll do the same. Not because it's easy, not because it's comfortable, but because it's necessary. Real love is fierce. Real love is fearless. And real love doesn't give a damn about your temporary feelings. It's only concerned with your ultimate destiny. If you're too soft to deliver hard truths, if you're too scared to hear them, you're too soft to build anything that lasts. You'll settle for mediocrity wrapped in sweet words. You'll watch your dreams die, smiling the whole way down, wondering what the hell happened. But if you dare to embrace brutal honesty with yourself first, and then with the world, you'll unlock the kind of love that transforms everything it touches. Love that builds empires. Love that changes lives. Love that doesn't apologize for demanding more, expecting more, and giving more. That's real love. That's the only love worth fighting for. Love without sacrifice is just a pretty lie. If you're not willing to lay something valuable on the altar, you don't love. You just like the idea of it. Real love demands payment. It demands your time, your comfort, your pride, and yes, even your damn ego. It demands that you bleed a little, or sometimes bleed a lot. That's the raw, uncomfortable truth nobody wants to hear because it exposes how shallow most people really are. Everybody talks about unconditional love like it's some magical fairy dust that makes relationships easy. Bullshit. Love without sacrifice is counterfeit. Winners know this. Losers avoid it. You say you love your dream, your partner, your family, yet you hesitate when it's time to put in the work. You complain about the hours. You complain about the struggle. You look for a shortcut. That's not love. That's selfishness, wrapped in a fake smile. Winners don't make excuses. They don't say, "I'll do it when it's convenient." They say, "I'll do it no matter what it takes." You think love is soft? You think it's candles and poetry and long walks on the beach? Get real. Love is a battlefield. It's choosing to show up when every part of you wants to quit. It's working the extra shift. It's making the hard phone call. It's sacrificing sleep, sacrificing comfort, sacrificing the false pride that tells you to quit when things get ugly. The hidden law of love says if you aren't giving something up, you're not building anything real. Look around you. Every monument, every empire, every legacy was built on sacrifice. Somebody bled so you could even have the chance to stand where you are right now. Yet most people whine when they have to skip a night out or wake up early. Pathetic. Real love doesn't whine. It doesn't negotiate with difficulty. It leans into it. It gets stronger in the struggle. Winners pay the price gladly. They don't ask, "How much do I have to give?" They ask, "How much more can I give?" Because they understand love is not for the weak. It's not for the entitled. It's not for the people who need everything to be easy before they move. Love is for the warriors. Love is for the builders. Love is for the ones who would rather die on their feet fighting for what matters than live on their knees crying about how hard life is. If you really want to love, stop making excuses. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions. Burn your damn comfort zone to the ground and sacrifice. Sacrifice the version of you that's too soft, too scared, too selfish to carry the weight of real love. Step up and bleed for something greater than yourself. Because only when you've given everything, only when you've poured your soul into it without holding back, will you understand what love really is. And when you do, you won't just find love, you'll find yourself. That's the hidden law in action. Winners know it, losers deny it. Which one are you? Love isn't about chasing pleasure. It's not about feeling good for 5 minutes, getting your ego stroked, or having your emotions validated. That's kindergarten level thinking. Winners don't waste their lives chasing pleasure. Pleasure is a byproduct, not the goal. The real warriors of life, the ones who build legacies, empires, and unbreakable bonds, understand that love is about purpose. It's about pouring your soul into something so much bigger than yourself that it scares the hell out of you. That's the real game. You see, pleasure is for the weak. It's for people who are too afraid to face the fire, too afraid to sacrifice comfort, too afraid to risk failure. They want the feel-good moments without paying the damn price. But life doesn't reward cowards. It spits them out. The people who win, the ones you admire, the ones who change the world, they use love as fuel. They take that burning desire, that commitment to something greater, and they hammer it into a weapon. They build companies, they raise nations, they lead movements. They don't sit around waiting to feel happy before they act. They move, they build, they conquer, and happiness follows. If you're living your life chasing the next high, the next quick fix, the next feel-good moment, you're living like a damn amateur. You're on a hamster wheel going nowhere. Winners understand that purpose is hard. It's grueling, it demands sacrifice, discipline, and relentless focus. But it's the only thing that gives love real meaning. Without purpose, love is just a cheap word people throw around when they want something. It's fake, it's hollow. Real love, love that lasts, love that changes you, forces you to become something more. It demands that you find a mission so massive, so urgent, that it tears you out of your comfort zone and forces you to become the best, most lethal version of yourself. Love isn't about making you feel better. It's about making you do better. It's about building something that outlives you. Winners don't wake up every day asking, what will make me happy today? They wake up asking, what needs to get done? What legacy am I building? Who am I fighting for? That's what love is, a battlefield where pleasure is irrelevant and purpose reigns supreme. If you're serious about winning, about being someone who matters, stop chasing pleasure like a junkie. Find your purpose. Lock onto it like a heat-seeking missile. Bleed for it, fight for it, suffer for it. And when you stand on top of the mountain you built, with your own bloody hands, you'll finally understand what love really means. Love fuels purpose, not pleasure. And if you want to be among the rare few who don't just talk about greatness, but actually become great, you better choose purpose every single damn time. Talk is cheap. Anybody can say, I love you. Hell, a parrot can be trained to say it. It costs you nothing to open your mouth and spit out pretty words. And that's why most people's lives are a disaster, because they believe words over action. They settle for sweet talk instead of looking for proof. Let me tell you something hard and true. If there's no action, there's no love. Period. End of story. Winners understand this at their core. They don't waste time with people who just talk a big game. They measure loyalty by deeds, not promises. They measure commitment by the sacrifices made, not by the empty pledges whispered when it's convenient. When you love something, whether it's a person, a goal, or your destiny, you show it every damn day through action. through the sweat you pour, through the scars you earn, through the empires you build, brick by brutal brick. You see, real love demands work. It demands consistency when no one's watching. It demands loyalty when it would be easier to quit. Real love isn't demonstrated when things are easy. It shows up when everything goes to hell and you still stand tall, still fight, still stay the course. You think building a business is love, then you better show it when the cash flow dries up. You think a relationship is love, then prove it when things get ugly, when temptation comes knocking, when storms start breaking your walls down. Action defines everything. Love without action is just weakness, trying to disguise itself as something noble. It's the soft cowardice of the mediocre. It's the comfort zone of people who are too lazy or too scared to actually do the work. They'd rather say the words and hope it's enough, but it never is. Words don't move mountains, deeds do. Blood does, sweat does. You want to know why the winners in this world are so few? It's because when everybody else is sitting around talking about how much they care or how committed they are, the winners are out there proving it. They're fighting in the trenches. They are sacrificing sleep, money, relationships, reputation, everything for what they love. They are doing while the weak are talking. That's the difference. That's the law. And if you don't live by that law, you'll stay exactly where you are. Average, broken, bitter, blaming the world for your own cowardice. So stop saying it, start showing it. If you love it, build it. If you love them, protect them. If you love yourself, then fight for your future like your life depends on it, because it damn well does. Action is the only language real love understands. Winners speak that language fluently. Losers never even learn it. Choose which one you're going to be, and choose now. If you truly want to win at love and life, ditch the soft lies and embrace the hard truths. Build love like you build an empire, with blood, sweat, and an iron heart. Subscribe now and start living by the real hidden law of love.